Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, today we are going to start a new chapter called Algebraic Expressions and Identities. And this is part 1 in which we'll be learning introduction part of this chapter by recollecting the meaning of algebraic expressions. Children, while I was teaching you the chapter linear equations in one variable, I started from the word expression, algebraic expression, and I gave you in-depth details about algebraic expressions starting from the class 6th onwards. So you can refer part 1, part 2, part 3 videos of linear equations in one variable. If you have any doubt related to the expression and its introduction from this chapter, what we are required to learn from class 8 standard, that I will be starting straight away. So in class 8 we are given the meaning of expression, like algebraic expression is a combination of variables and constants. He says with examples. Here some examples are given: x plus 3 2y minus y, 3x square, 4xy plus 7. These are few examples mentioned. As you know, expressions are formed by variables and constants. You could see this sentence. This is what we learned in our previous learnings while learning linear equations in one variable. We learned that algebraic expression is a combination of variables, constants combined by means of arithmetical operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Here in this 2y minus 5 algebraic expression, you could see the variable y, constants 2 and 5, where 2 and y are interconnected with the product symbol, that is multiplication, and 2y and 5 are combined by means of subtraction operation, that is represented here with a symbol minus sign. Even in the algebraic expression 4xy plus 7, you could see the variables x and y, constants 4 and 7, where 4xy and 7 are connected by the means of addition symbol plus sign. Students, we know the value of a variable y in the expression 2y minus 5 may be anything. That is the reason why it is called variable, the one which can vary. I told you the meaning of variable, and it is also called as a literal, letter representing numeral, in the introduction part of linear equations in one variable. Kindly refer part 1, part 2, part 3 of linear equations in one variable if you want to be comfortable in this chapter. See children, the value of expression, we know how to find it even. For example, the value of 2y minus 5 can be found by substituting the different values for this variable y. For example, if y is equals to 2, then 2 into, instead of y I am keeping 2 minus 5. So 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 5, which is nothing but minus 1, will become the value of the variable, will become the value of the expression 2y minus 5. So 2y minus 5 value at y equals to 2 is minus 1. Even we can find the value of 2y minus 5 at y equals to 0, and it is minus 5. Now you can find the values for 2y minus 5 taking different number. I took 2 and I took 0. Now you can take, instead of 5, instead of y 5, for example, if I take, if y equals to 5, then 2y minus 5 value will be 2 into 5 times minus 5, and 2 5s are 10, 10 minus 5 is 5. This is the value of the expression 2y minus 5 at y equals to 5. This we can find for different values of y the value of expression. Now children, we will go for very important concept called number line and expression. See here, you know what is the meaning of a number line, and I am going to tell you meaning of expression on a number line. For example, if you consider x plus 5, we can see here x plus 5 on a number line. Let the distance from the origin O to x is x units, and from x to p 5 units. So this OP distance is x plus 5 units. So on a number line, the meaning of x plus 5 will be like this. It's a distance. By adding x units with the 5 units generated. Similarly, the value of x minus 4 is to the left of O. To the left of O, for example, if I take from O to x, point x, I have x units, and left of, see, right side of x is added, left side of x, if I take, let's say here is a point q and it is of 4 units. Now OQ distance will be OX minus XQ, where from x to q I have 4 units, which is nothing but x minus 4 units. So I will come left side of x instead of going right side of x to get this x plus 5. So that's how we can do it, representing expression on number line. Now coming to the one more example. What about the position of 4x and 4x plus 5? Now children, you know 1 time x is OX distance. Here we have from O to x, I have 1 time of x units. Now when I want 4x times, what I must consider? I must consider this OX distance not for once, twice, thrice, 4 times. That means this distance from O to C, whatever I have, it is 4 times x units. So this is what 4x units, and from C to D 5 more units together O to D gives me 4x plus 5 units. So this is the meaning of expression on a number line. Now children, coming to the work on this, I'm going to give you try these from the textbook. So if you have got textbook, you can look into this, try these given in a page number. You can see in the chapter number 9, and in the page number you could find it 138. This question 1 and 2 of the try these. If you don't have textbook, you can note down from the screen and do it. Giving 5 examples for expressions containing one variable and 5 examples for expressions containing 2 variables. That is question 1. And question 2, showing on the number line x minus 4, separately another figure 2x plus 1 and another figure 3x minus 2. You need to show me these two in figure 1, this alone figure 2, and this alone figure 3. So this is the work which I am giving for you. Now coming to the another important topic, some of the terminologies you already aware, that is terms, factors and coefficients of the chapter are, let me say, what is the meaning of terms, factors and coefficients when it comes to the algebraic expression. Children, here I am giving you an example. Let's say 4x plus 5 is an algebraic expression. You know, here I have 4x and 5, which both are combined by means of plus sign. Remember children, this 4x is a one term, let's say term 1, and this 5 alone is a term 2. And these term 1 and term 2 are combined by means of plus sign. You know, a term is part of an algebraic expression. It is a part of an algebraic expression, and very important, along with its sign. So here you could see what is the sign of 4x. Sign of 4x is in front of it. There is nothing means plus sign. So it's a positive. And here 5, what is the nature of 5? 5's nature is in front of that is plus. So I have two terms, that is 4x, positive 4x, another positive 5 in this given algebraic expression. Okay, so take the expression 4x plus 5. This expression is made up of two terms, 4x and 5. And very important, terms are added to form expression. So expression is formed always with the help of terms. And terms themselves can be formed as the product of factors. Remember, here when it comes to the 4x, In this 4x, I have two factors. What are the two factors? Children, remember, this is one portion. I say numerical portion. Numerical portion, or I say part. And this, whatever I have, this part is variable part. So in this expression, or let me say 4x, in this term, I have two parts. One part is numerical part, another part is variable part. Variable part means all the letters whichever are there put together gives you variable portion. Only number, that number alone is called numerical part. So this numerical part and variable part are actually factors. When they are multiplied, you will get the term 4 into x. 4 into x. The term 4x is the product of 4 and x, which are called factors. So 4 is a factor, x is a factor. And do you know factors of 4? You know factors of 4 now. 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, and 4 is a factor of 4. So even for this 4x, 1 can be a factor, 2 is a factor, 4 is a factor also. Factors of this numerical part are factors of that term. Okay? Then, now, the term 5 is made up of just one factor. It is 5. Because, you know, 1 is a factor of 5. I accept it. But in this expression, you don't have any variable along with this 5. It has only one. That is 5 alone. It is called constant term. Here, this term 5, this 5 is called constant term. So a term containing no variable, a term containing no variable is called as constant term. Constant term. So, you know, term is nothing but a part of an algebraic expression. Very important. First point. Term is a part of an algebraic expression along with its sign. Terms added up to form expression. This is second important point. Third, a term contains two parts, numerical part and variable part. Next, the product of factors will give you a term where numerical part is one of the factor and variable part is another factor. So their product gives you a term. Fourth important point. Fifth important point. There can be terms having no variable at all, which are called constant terms. Or here in this expression, 5 is a constant term. So this is fifth important point. So with this, I explained you meaning of a term and meaning of factors. Now, children, I'm going to explain you very important with another example. Let us consider 7xy minus 5x. In this, I have two terms. First important term is 7xy. This is one important term. So, term 1, and term 2 I have minus 5x. So nature of 7xy is positive, so nothing I have written. Nature of 5x is minus. So I have two terms. Remember, I have numerical part in this 7 and variable part in this xy. So this variable part is the product of x and y. So what are the factors of it? Factors of it are, factors of this 7xy are 7, x and y. So this variable x and y, their product gives you variable portion, and this 7 alone gives you numerical part. So the expression 7xy minus 5x has two terms, that is 7xy and minus 5x. I have all explained you. Term 7xy is the product of 7, x and y, which are called factors. Now, very important, I'm going to explain you the term called coefficient. What is coefficient? Generally, numerical factor of a term called as its coefficient. Generally, numerical part is called, or numerical factor is called, coefficient of this term. Okay, so what is the coefficient of 7xy? It is 7. The term 7xy's coefficient is 7. What is the coefficient of the term minus 5xi? Sorry, minus 5x. It is just minus 5. Okay, so the coefficient of the term 7xy is 7 and the coefficient of the term minus 5x is minus 5. Now, let us do some work now only. From this, try this. Identify coefficient of each term in the expression. In this expression, I have got x square y square, term 1, 10 x square y, where minus is its nature, that is term 2, 5 xy square, where nature of it is positive sign, so I'm writing nothing there, and I have minus 20. So I have got 4 terms. In term 1, coefficient, there is nothing is written, that means there is multiplication of this possible by 1 and it is with a plus 1. So coefficient, so its coefficient is plus 1. Now in the second term, its coefficient is minus 10, and in third term its coefficient is plus 5, and in fourth term, you know what is the name of this fourth term? This is called constant term. Why it is called constant term? Because there is no variable in it. So its coefficient is that number itself, minus 20. So you know how to identify coefficient. Remember, the meaning of a coefficient is numerical factor of any term is generally called as coefficient of the term. Okay, so that is the meaning. Now I'm going for another important topic called monomials, binomials, trinomials, and polynomials. Children, algebraic expressions can be classified into monomial, binomials, trinomials, and so on. Just it's a name. Suppose children, if you are the students of, let's say, Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, we have ekvachan, dvivachan. I'm poor at Hindi script. I'm trying anyways. Let me check for a while. So ekvachan, dvivachan, and trai. Trayaha are it's something like bahuvachan. We have bahuvachan normally. So I'm trying to write ha anyways. So in Sanskrit we have got ekvachan, dvivachan, bahuvachan, which means singular, dual, plural. So singular, if there is one person with the name Rama, Rama we say, and with the name same Ram, if there are two kids, Ramau we say, and if there are many children with the same name Rama, we say Ramaha, Rama, Ramau, Ramaha. So plural. So a person with the name single, with the name Ram, Ram, with the same name Ram, two fellows will be called Ramau, and many kids with the same name Ram are called Ramaha. Similarly, here we have expressions containing algebraic expressions containing only one term are called a monomial. So singular, only one term being there in algebraic expression will be called as monomial. It's a special name. Example, you could see here 4x square, it has only one term and that is the algebraic expression. So it's monomial. You could see 3xy, it is only one and only one term and that itself is acting as an algebraic expression. So it's monomial. Like that, all these are examples for monomials. And remember, here -9 is a number alone. It's a constant term having no variable at all. That means all the numbers, so far whatever you have learnt, all the rational numbers, all the numbers, very important. If you consider, they act as like this -9. That means they act as monomials. So each and every number is a monomial. Each and every number that so far you learned, that is rational numbers, they are all monomials having no variables. So that's why they're all constant terms type. Next, an algebraic expression having two terms will be called as binomial. Special name given to the algebraic expression containing two terms is binomial, like dvivachan, dual. So we say Ramau, like that. Special name given an algebraic expression containing only two terms as a binomial. Example, here you could see a plus b, it has got two terms, that is one term is a, another term is b. So it's a binomial. Here you could see 5 minus 3xy. It has got one term 5, another term minus 3xy. So this is a binomial. You could see z square minus 4y square. It is also a binomial. One term is z square, another term is minus 4y square. So binomial is an algebraic expression having two terms. Then another important algebraic expression containing three terms will be specially called as trinomial. So example for trinomial, a plus b plus c is a trinomial, x plus 3y minus 5 is a trinomial because they contain three terms. 2x is one term, 3y is another term, minus 5y minus 5 is third term. So these are all trinomials. Now coming to the generalization. Remember children, we have got in English only singular, plural. But in Sanskrit we have got singular, plural, along with that we have got dual. So we called algebraic expression having one term as monomial specially, having two terms called as binomial, having three terms is called trinomial, and generally having one or two or three or more than three, all these are called having one term or more than one term, all these are called polynomials. So algebraic expressions are called normally polynomials provided, very important, this within bracket what we have written, this definition, okay, this condition. Polynomials, if I am calling, then power of the variables should not be negative. So non-negative exponents must be there. Here power is there, not 2. This should not be negative and this should not be even fraction. So far whatever you have seen, all those algebraic expressions are polynomials only. You will be learning difference between polynomial and algebraic expression in this class 8 in later stage. So algebraic expressions having one or more terms will be called as polynomial. Polynomial is a general term, so plural type. Especially having one term is called monomial. Having two terms will be called as binomial. Having three terms will be called as trinomial. Having one or more, it is called polynomial. So polynomial is classified further. Example, here you could see this is a polynomial, specially called as monomial. It's a binomial and it is a polynomial first. It's a polynomial having three terms, so it's called trinomial specially. So monomial, binomial, trinomial, all are included in polynomials. All are included. But when it comes to this a plus b plus c plus d, it cannot be called as either monomial, binomial or trinomial because it has more than three terms. So it's a generally polynomial. So polynomial is an algebraic expression having one or more terms provided having coefficients as non-zero number and power of the variables being, I say, whole numbers. Whole numbers will never include negative or fractions. That is the one important thing. So with this I have completed types of algebraic expressions also. So in our next classes we will learn the one more important topic called like terms and like terms, and later we'll go for doing addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Till then, take care of yourself. Jai Hind. Thank you.